In this video, I'm going to post a coaching call that I had with a student today. We had a really good conversation, and I wanted to make this specific coaching call public just so you guys kind of get a better idea on what is offered in the MMU course. So we do 2 coaching calls every week. Every Monday and Thursday, we have a 1-hour coaching session, which we can go through anything that you have questions on, any specific setups, any stocks on the day that you want to review, psychology, pretty much anything under the sun. It's kind of a free discussion and coaching session with verified profitable traders in the community that are here to help you along the path to profitability. And so we do 2 coaching calls a week, Monday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and we also have a Sunday Q&A session with the mighty Marcelo, Mighty Stocks, every Sunday for about 1 to 2 hours. He will host a Q&A session, and this is all going to be included in the MMU package. And obviously, you will get the full comprehensive trading course, and you will get a lifetime access to the Discord channel, which a community is a completely invaluable resource to have when it comes to learning to day trade and also just continuing your education throughout your career. A community is an invaluable resource because you'll be able to interact and engage with other profitable traders. And yes, we go through everyone who is a profitable trader in the Discord community and ask them to get verified. We verify them individually to make sure that they are in fact a profitable trader, which is very, very important because there is a lot of scammers. There's a lot of people who are faking it, but we do the due diligence on every single one of our members in the Discord channel to make sure they're profitable. So joining the Discord is definitely a invaluable resource. And if you think MMU would be a good fit for you, you guys can join with the link in the description.
Some things set up from my smart money concepts and ICT indicators. So I'm using all of this. I don't use level 2. I do use the ladder though. So this is how I've been trading, and it's been working for me, Tom. And my mindset is different now because ever since I started bringing in the psychology side of it, and doing a routine every day with the things I listed, I don't know. Maybe there's something to this psychology side that helps a trader. So all I'm going to say is the last 3 days have been really nice. Even Monday was nice until I made a mistake on one stock, but I actually should have been 5 days in a row green. But it is what it is. I did learn when I see a stock that's not on the gap up side and it is in the gap down Momo side, don't touch it. There's a reason why it's gapping down. So without knowing why it's gapping down and just jumping on it, that's a fatal mistake. And I jumped on I think it was SBKL or something like that. It had just been recently IPO released about 60 days ago. And what's called a lockout expiry. Do you know what a lockout expiry is? That's when the investors can start dumping their shares to make money. And guess what? Everybody and their brother on Monday decided to dump their shares because it came up to the lockout expiry deadline and they can actually dump their shares. I didn't know until it dropped from $12 down to $1.50. I rode that son of a gun down.
Which one?
I think it's SBKL or something like that.
I'm not sure.
Let's see if I can find it. Let me find it 1 second. Go to Discord.
Yeah, I do like the kill zone. Is there a way maybe we can maybe consolidate that a little more? Kind of, because there's kill zone 1 is 4 a.m. I'm not sure if that will apply.
No, I had to change. I had to modify that because guess what? There are brokers that allow you to trade at 1 a.m. Pacific. So that I now changed that to kill zone 1. Last night, I actually got my Weibo account created. I have to fund it still. So I'm going to be able to trade at 1 a.m. Pacific. So that is now kill zone 1. Kill zone 2 is 4 a.m. Pacific. Kill zone 3 is the open, and kill zone 4 is the beginning of the aftermarket session. Those are 4 kill zones. And I'm telling you, when we see stocks jump up on the Zendu scanner on the gap up side, they jump up like that, and you pull it up and you catch that going up, you can make. I made $180 today on one stock, and I lost $40 another. So I made $140 in like 3 minutes on that kill zone 3 today, or kill zone 4 today.
On ABVE.
I dogged on that because I initially got in, and it does this. It'll initially soar up, then it will pull back. Then it'll run through a little consolidation. Then if that stock is still hot, it will jump up again in the second leg. I stayed out of the second leg because I noticed MAA was jumping up. So I jumped MAA, and I made $180 on that.
Yeah, very nice, man. I
It's all
like
about
consistency.
It's all about timing.
Yeah, I like the consistency. I mean, if you can keep it consistent like that, it only take 100 trading days. 100 trading days or half a year, if you're consistently going around those numbers, to make 50 grand. So you could definitely your drawdown.
Right.
You know, so
That's true. And
get out of that drawdown on the all time and start making money, and then that's where you can start getting a little bit more confident that you can kind of push even more.
Yeah, and I've been doing smaller share size at the beginning, like Ross does. It's called take a starter with a smaller share. So I've been doing that tactic, and that's working as well. So I have changed some things in the last 2 weeks that are starting to actually make some sense into showing me that I can do this. I mean, I can always trade, but I always over traded, and I'm noticing that my over trading thought is now leaving because of the daily routine stuff, the cold plunges, the breathing techniques, the walking, all that is a routine. That's like, if you don't have a routine in your life, you're going to have a hard time having discipline, because that's what the routine is having discipline. Okay, here it is. SKBL. Look at what happened to SKBL back on Monday.
Oh, wow.
I bought it halfway down, and then I'm like, okay. And see how it has that huge gap? I'm using 15-minute candle. If I go to a 5-minute candle, you still see it. But I bought it down past that gap, thinking, oh, there's no way in heck this is going to continue to go down. Oh my God, was I wrong? And I kept buying it down. Kept buying it down. Now I'm over $7,000 down.
Okay. I want to encourage you to not engage with this type of price action, because this is definitely very, 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 very advanced trading, because it's a backside. You're longing a backside. Like there's no momentum going up.
Right.
So you're trying to just trade the backside dip on a stock that has a negative catalyst, or I guess I don't know what the catalyst you said what people were selling, but yeah, anything you see even if there's no catalyst, if you see something like this is not. We definitely don't recommend any of this type of style. It's very, very advanced. Doesn't mean you can't make money. You can, but with where you're at in your journey, you definitely need to stick with stocks that are moving up.
Yeah. Agreed. This opened my eyes big time, because it's like, why would you just jump on it without figuring out or knowing why it's going down this drastic?
Yeah.
This is crazy drastic down.
Yeah, this is very, very advanced trading. I don't take anything like this. RT doesn't take anything like this. I think maybe I've seen Mighty Stocks dabble in something like this, or Crispy dabble in this, but actually Crispy does dabble in these types of setups, but it's very, very high risk, very advanced.
Yeah, I would say it's extremely high risk.
The good thing is only losing 7,000, you can make that back pretty easily. I mean, you had 2 back-to-back days, or what, 3 back-to-back days of $400, $500. So,
Yeah,
you're already starting to chip that away. If you can get, a good solid 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks of consistent of $400 to $500, and you're out of that. You're out of that loss.
right. Yeah,
That's what I recommend.
yeah. I'm still like,
Getting consistent.
I agree.
On that.
I agree. This one here, like I said, how I use the Zendu scanner, this trade, there was nothing about it that was pointing to how I was using the Zendu scanner. Not one bit. So I'm like, why the heck did I touch this? That's the part where I'm like, oh, I think I got charged up. Saw it dropping, was taking advantage of a huge drop, because I'm thinking, well, look, it's staying up to $13 for several days. There's no way that's going to continue to go down. Yeah. Well, it did, and then I looked and found out what the catalyst was on it, and it was that lockout expiring. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
I learned something today.
And I bet, like, maybe you weren't initially intending on taking such big size to where you lose 7,000, but maybe in the moment you probably thought, oh man, there's no way it can go down that much farther, so let's just keep adding to it as it goes down.
That's right. That's right.
That, even though that's what you're thinking, like, that should be against your rule on like letting it get too far. Like, I know you like to buy it down, so if you like to buy the stock down, don't start your position as a full size position. Start.
No, I didn't. What I do is this: I'll start low. I'll start with like a five share size, and then I'll go, okay, drop 10 cents, 15 cents. I'll go 10 cent. Oh, it dropped another 5 cent. Oh, I'll now double it, 20 cents. So that's how I do it. I increment up. So I'm trying to keep the buy position more closer to where it's going down, and that's how I did it. And dude, I just got trapped into it, and I started selling some shares that was in another stock. On my ETF, I sold shares out of that, used that to buy it down more. I'm like, what am I doing? This is completely wrong. So I got stuck into the vortex and rode it way down, and it kicked my butt. I deserved that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely your first mistake was trading this to begin with, but your second mistake, even if you were to trade this, your second mistake was taking too big of size before any sort of confirmation that this was something that was
right. What's it doing?
Price action.
Correct. Yes.
That's why you'll start to like, oh, this is a new stock. He's pulling up, and you'll hear him say, okay, I'm starting with small size, and then if I can get something going, then we start sizing up. So I don't know what your share size was on this, but like something like this, you should have just maybe done 5 or 10 shares to start. And if you start seeing a little green, then maybe starting to up it a little more. But it seems went in too big too early, and then added bigger and bigger.
Yep, I did.
Careful, you got to be very careful.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, this is your hard-earned money, man. This is your hard-earned money. You worked your whole life for this, so...
I have worked a long time. I've worked 35 plus years.
I respect it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say you didn't do bad by actually like trading it, because I think that we all need experience with different types of setups, different types of things. But since this is something experienced with, yeah, you should have definitely done a much smaller size. But yeah, I mean, it's a psychological thing, and I get it. Yeah, you probably just attached to the outcome there.
I was.
Yeah, I hope you can learn from that though.
Definitely. Yeah. Definitely. I know what to do next time, Tom. Definitely do.
Yeah. But I mean, good news is you're consistent. You're getting consistent. So if you just stay on that path, don't try to shoot for the moon yet. I know you like to try to shoot for 5K days or 10K days, but I don't think maybe yet is the right
Not
time.
letting it's been more like 250 to 500, and that's really all I need. I'm thinking, look, that's a good income. That really is.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just
you
a
can
baby trader.
get consistent. Then it
Hmm.
gives you that confidence. If you have those consistent months, 200, 300, 400 consistently, only a couple red days on the month, then you get the confidence to where you can now, okay, I think I got this now. I got this now. So let's size it up a little bit.
Yeah, so I will make sure that whenever I see a stock that's diving down like this, especially when I see the Momo down, if you see that going 5%, 8%, I mean, if it's going quickly, because that's what happened. The incrementing percentage on this was going like a hamster wheel. It was so quick. That is a red flag. Get out of it. Let it go. Then look at your scanner and go, okay, it never ended up on the Momo high. It never ended up on the gap up. Why am I touching this? This is terrible, terrible decision. That's what I learned.
Yeah. Now imagine if you use that aggression on a stock like ABVE that was actually moving in the right direction. It's a lot more forgiving if you make a mistake like that, because even if you buy down you buy down
Oh yeah.
slightly in the red, since we're moving
I
up.
mean, that thing is 845% today. That's crazy. And I'm negative $45 on it because I got into it at the wrong, not the wrong time. I got into it was the right time, but I saw something else going up. So I dumped this and then jumped on the other thing and ended up making $180. So all in all, the two trades I took for that kill zone four were ABVE and MMA. I made $145. So I'm like, okay, that's fantastic. That is a great trading session for that kill zone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I gotta dabble into Killzone 4 because I haven't. I don't think I can actually. It'll be 3 o'clock in the morning for me, so I don't think I can do Killzone 4. But I can do Killzone 2, and I think Killzone 2 is probably my best performance recently because
Mm-hmm.
I'm able to jump on that momentum on that first candle. As long as I have Zendu up, I can see it hits the scanner on Zendu. I pull it up and I can see in
Yeah.
the first candle. I'm buying the micro dip on the first candle if the stock has news, and if I think it's a good
Right.
catalyst. And man, it just jumps up. It jumps up so hard, and I'm just like, quick trade, just selling on the
Yeah.
extension.
In, out, boom. Just
Yeah.
take it up, get out real quick. The one today I saw KLTO had a massive catalyst that was like so attractive, but it took off before the 4 a.m. open. The Kill Zone 2. It actually happened like an hour before it. I'm like thinking, dude,
Yeah.
if I had Weeble going right now, that is a prime candle. Look at KLTO about, I guess it was about 3 a.m.
Yep.
Pacific time. It was just going.
Yep. KLTO, also BTCM. Look at BTCM was ripping before 4 a.m. Pacific. So
So what
BTCM.
I'm learning, dude, is to really understand your scanners. Look at your stocks that have had characteristics based off the scanner movement and what they're showing you, and then suck all that in. Suck it all in because you want to make a repetitive trade on things, especially are gapping up off that scanner. So that's I really use that scanner like my Bible. That's my go-to. It's been working.
Yeah. 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 See BTCM, man. If I had Weeble, I could have definitely traded because I was watching this and I was having some good
Mm-hmm.
price action right around. For you, would be what 3 a.m. Pacific, 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. Pacific, jumped up from 2 to 5 consolidated, and then ripped up until 4 a.m. Pacific up to 689, and then opened at 7 a.m. Eastern or at 4 a.m. Pacific, and then ripped another $6 a share. So Yeah, I think that Webull could be a good idea. Have you tried trading Webull yet?
Not yet. This will be. I just got the account today. I haven't funded it yet. All over the weekend. If I don't even know if I can do any um,
Yeah.
demo trading with it, or I don't know about Weibo yet. So I'm still. It's going to be a brand new wheel, bicycle for me to ride down the street. But ultimately, I've heard some of the other traders on one of the other discords were talking about their Weibo accounts and how they're able to trade early and how they're doing. I'm like, okay, well, if, Ross has, I think, Interactive Brokers or Lightspeed or something. I think he uses Lightspeed, so he's able to trade early, and he's a big, really, he's got big weight at that time to move these stocks, because when he gets in and his whole community gets in, these things take off. So I'm thinking that way. So I'm gonna try to take advantage of it and utilize kill zone one, kill zone two. I mean, think about it. If you can get a pretty good profit just in one kill zone, then you can go back to bed and do something else the rest of the day and come back after the next day. That's what we should do, not trade all day.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think Webull, I think it might take you a couple days to fund because sometimes it takes a couple days. I think it takes a couple days to settle the fund so you can trade. So I don't think
Mm-hmm.
you will be able to trade on Monday. You may have to wait for like 2 or 3 business days.
Yeah, and that's okay. I just wanted to walk into it very slowly, understand that I have now an abundance mindset, meaning there are all kinds of opportunities to take trades on stocks that are jumping up. You don't have to think of it scarcity. It's
Absolutely, yeah.
You just think of big picture.
Yeah.
It's going to be here. It's always been here. People have made money on this for decades, centuries. I mean, not centuries, but decades, and so so just changing that mindset. And I wish I'd known about the psychology side of this at the very beginning.
Yeah.
But that's the way it happens, I guess. You understand the technicals and how to actually what looking for your setups and how to use your application, your desktop application, and if you have a secondary application like a trading view like I have, understanding how that works with its indicators. I mean, it's a whole lot of things that you actually have to use, that your brain has to render so that you can make a decision. It's not easy.
Yeah, yeah, and I think you're right about the scarcity of opportunity mindset because like if you're in a scarcity mindset with opportunity, what happens is if a stock is moving up and let's say you miss the first trade, now since you're in a
Yeah.
scarcity mindset, now you're like, oh my god, I gotta somehow make some money on this. This is not like this is the only opportunity I see and I just need to find some sort of opportunity to get in. I got to find the next one to get in. And now you're grasping kind of at straws and kind of creating opportunities that aren't there. And now you're trading low
Right.
quality setups. So, like, yeah, if you can have the abundance mindset, knowing that, okay, you know what, I missed this setup or I missed this stock, but I know that there's going to be another one either today
Yeah.
or tomorrow morning.
You know what it's like? Waves in the ocean.
Come.
Those waves in the ocean are always
Yeah,
coming.
it's going to continue. There's going to be opportunities in the market as long as the stock market is here. And if there is no
Yeah.
stock market, then we're probably going to be extinct. I think there's going to be an stock
Mhm.
market for the rest of our life.
I agree.
So
I agree.
there's always going to be opportunities. So yeah, I mean, you can't get stuck in the scarcity mindset, and it's easy to get FOMO, and saying like, "Oh man, I just missed this stock. I gotta find something now to make up for that." You know, Yeah, yeah. The psychology now. Yeah, working on that psychology now is the key. You know all the basics,
Yeah.
so you know the patterns. You know how to use
Yeah.
level two. You know what to look for. You know what to look
I
for the
mean,
tape.
you think about the patterns that I trade, the descending line and the resistance zone pop is basically what I trade. Those happen on every stock all the time.
Yeah, yeah, and that's it. That's all you need, man. That's all you need. And
Yep.
You just focus on that. You can be,
Yep.
you can be make a million a year doing that. Just that setup.
Yeah, and then the thing is, I'm trying to make an edge on the kill zones with the Zendu. That freaking works, dude. So hey, there you go. Every trader's different. Everyone does their own trading style. I'm just kind of like going, I see things and like, okay, this is look at this stock. It's taking off from 50% to 120% within a minute. Guess what that's doing? That's moving. Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're getting some pretty good volatility now. So, but
Yeah, we
we
have.
got to be selective for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Selective.
Sometimes when something jumps on the Zendu, doesn't mean that's the perfect stock to choose, because there might be one that comes right behind it that goes above it on the percentage gain that eyes go to, and then you lose the momentum on the one you're on because people drop it and go to that one.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing.
And you can see that trend too, like when a stock is halted, up, and then you'll see the
Yeah.
side stock, the secondary stock, that's kind of on the gap.
Yeah.
That's going to start to curl because people are now looking at that. And then also, like, what I do sometimes pre-market is like, okay, the stock is moving up. Let's look for an opportunity. I get in, I'm trading it, and then I'm checking my scanner, and now something else fresh is popping up while I'm still trading that other stock, the first stock.
Yeah.
And now that I see another stock popping up, I want to reduce my risk on this stock that I was trading, because I think that it could potentially lose that momentum to that other stock.
Yes.
So I could still trade it, but I want to size down because I know kind of intuitively that people are going to shift their eyes to that stock, and I might lose a lot of those buyers.
Okay.
So yeah.
And if I'd taken that approach tonight in Kill Zone 4, if I reduced my share size in ABVE, and when I traded MMA and it was done, I looked back at ABVE, guess what it did? It just took off. So yeah, you got the right idea when you reduce size on that, because you still have a potentially hot stock that just is in a moment of I'll call it hesitation, in a hesi mode, because another stock is taking it in the eyes and the heightened importance. And then once that goes away, it comes back to that. And that's what we see.
Yeah, that's what we've been seeing. And that's why you got to be super careful, because now, like, we're getting a lot of volatility, but there's also a lot of stocks that are popping up pre-market during Kill Zone 1, Kill Zone 2 that are popping up. Maybe you'll get one or two green candles, and then the next candles are just giving all of the run up away. Like, it's just going all the way back down to where it came from. So that's why you got to be careful.
True.
Because the attention is shifting so much.
You got to be careful. Yep. So there's an art to Kill Zone trading, because you do see that in every stock almost. Really, you do. You like to see it come down with a mini pullback, but no, I think they come down halfway to 3/4 of the way sometimes. And then you're like, oh, I should not be in this. Get out. So this is what's educating me, is getting out of the stock quicker. Like today, my lowest, I only had one loss, one red trade. It was $45, Tom. That's it.
That's good.
I know, I did really good today, so I'm giving myself an A on today.
Yeah, there you go. That's solid. We should definitely be evaluating our performance on the day, and allowing us. Yeah. I think it's important to allow us to like be satisfied for like just a moment, just for a moment. I get like high performance athletes, like successful people, like everyone says, oh, you can never be satisfied. Keep pushing. But I think it's healthy for like every moment, every now and then, when you do accomplish something, to, acknowledge it and be satisfied for a moment, even if it's just for a few minutes, and maybe treat yourself, maybe go out and get it like a little bit of nice or dinner or something, or get some takeout and watch a movie, or I don't know, just like kind of treat yourself a little bit.
No, you're right. That's psychology side of that. You're right. Because I read, one day I made like 1.7K, and I felt guilty that I made it. And the next day I overtraded and gave it all back. And I chat GPT'd it and said, is there such a thing as your psychological side feeling guilty and winning a trade? Absolutely there is. Damn.
Why did they say that?
I don't know. There's something with it where you are not used to winning that much. You're just used to losing. And you all of a sudden have a huge win like that. It's like counterintuitive in your brain. It sparks something. Maybe it makes greed grow. I don't know, because the confidence goes in there. Yeah.
I have a big trend. One of my biggest trends in my trading, negative trends, is after I have a huge outlier day, usually the next day is my biggest loss ever. And that's because of the pressure. And I do keep the size up, but because there's so much pressure, I'm overthinking now. So that's why, after noticing that, it's why sometimes, like, after a big day, I like size down and then get it back up, just so I don't have like a crazy outlier red day, right after and giving everything back. So I'd rather retain the gains, cool down emotionally, take the pressure off a bit for a couple days, and then, resume. But that's just
okay. I just went through Chat GPT. If a trader makes a very large profit, why does he feel guilty? Well, it's because of imposter syndrome or self-worth issues. Many traders struggle with the feeling that they don't deserve large profits, especially if the win came from what appears to be a simple or lucky trade. They may think, I just clicked a button and made a ton of money, and then most people would make in a year. How is that fair? And that's where I come into, because I've always worked very, very hard, Tom, in my life, and I made a pretty decent income in a couple careers, but the potential within minutes to make what you make in a day, 8 hours, is like, that's crazy to me. So that's what I've been experiencing when I have a big win.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. We're just trained like thinking that hard work means that you're gonna make more money, which isn't the case in a lot of things. So like, yeah, it's definitely counterintuitive. We think that we need to work really hard to make money, but you can just make money just by clicking buttons. The people who are like, interesting thing is like the people who are adventurous, and also the people who like trading, are people who thrive. They thrive under uncertainty. Like they like not knowing what is going to happen. So I think this is a good career for you if you like that.
I do like that.
What's going to happen, because it's always a surprise. It's always a surprise.
A year and a half into this, so I still like to ask. I need help. The community has been great, so I had a great connection with Tom ever since I met him, and same thing with RT and Marcelo. So I've been really, really fortunate that MMU has been there for me, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I think it's nice to have the support, and Tommy, you're really great, really consistent, and it's nice to have like that community to kind of listen and hear other people's insights, like that, like you were saying about, uncertainty. And, I was just thinking like how trading is not for the weak, because you have to like every single day knowledge, and then the other thing I was thinking is trading helps you with your life, because you have to eat right, sleep right, be mentally clear. So just a lot of good stuff that trading brings outside of the financial part,
Structure. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, especially if you're a drinker. Like I was never really a big drinker, but like when I wasn't trading, like I would just drink with my dinner, like a glass of wine or a beer, like after work. But like now I can't do that, because I know if I do that and I wake up the next day to trade, I'm going to be foggy, so I pretty much quit drinking.
I haven't touched alcohol in months. Yeah, just you're right. I want a clear head because this is my the dopamine I get from this, and then the cortisol comes in. So you want to try to fight that, but the dopamine that comes into play here, you still want to not get that too much of that. So evolving as a psychological trader is very difficult, and you have to change a lot. But you know what? A lot of people have been doing this for decades, changing themselves. And you look at RT's a prime example of how calm a trader is. And if he takes a hit, he's like, oh, okay, I'll just go ahead and call it for the day and come back tomorrow. Yeah. That was always hard for me. If I took a big hit, I'd get flipped out in my brain. My FOMO would step in, my cortisol would soar. Yeah. So evolving and seeing how he's done it to be calm is a great way to be a trader.
He's so calm.
Yeah, and I like him.
He's like Zen master.
I like what you said. I think it was Tommy or Jimmy. I can't remember, but you were saying, I think it was Tommy, about the scarcity versus abundance mindset. So when I first started a couple months ago, because I only have, with work and everything, certain time I can trade, and usually it was not in the time where it's hot. So then I'm there kind of desperate or whatever because I just want to this is what I have to trade. I have to trade now, right? Yeah. Nothing is happening, and you just see one little move, and you're thinking, oh my god, if I don't catch this, I'm not gonna get anything else, and so that mindset that you're saying, there's always the market's always there. There's always gonna be another trade, that has helped me actually because now. I feel a lot more calm. I don't feel even I have the 10-second chart up, I don't get the anxiety from it I was getting before. I'm let me wait and see what happens, and so just that I hated that high and low emotional roller coaster thing, so I've really become super disciplined in that part. And I think you really need that because if not, the stress on your body is you're not going to sustain this as a career if you can't deal with the emotions, that stress, that cortisol, like you're saying, Jimmy, that's damaging to the body. So so that calm, I feel has been one of the biggest skills, I guess, that I've kind of learned over these couple months.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's good. Yeah, I used to.
All right, guys, I'm gonna leave the channel. I'll see you guys. I'm gonna go in the shower now.
Okay.
See ya.
All right. Take it easy, everybody. Thanks for joining in.
Bye.
Yeah. Add the